What's up everyone, it's Jason here with Red Bee Labs and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, we provide in-depth reviews and unboxings for all tech. If this interests you, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos we release. Today we're going to go over my 13 top features for iOS 13. Okay, before we get started, iOS 13 had a bunch of features. I'm going to go over my top 13, but for the full list of all the features, I'm going to put a link in the description below. Number 1, dark mode. I've been very vocal about my love for system-wide dark mode and how it's one of the most popular features in iOS, in my opinion. I have dark mode set to always, but Apple allows you to choose light mode or dark mode, or you can set it to automatic. And automatic means you can set it to change on sunset or sunrise, or you can set a custom schedule. Another pretty cool feature added is the new wallpapers. They're all optimized for dark mode and automatically change as you switch between light and dark. Number 2, Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade will allow you to access a curated collection of high-quality mobile games, and all at $4.99. I mean, $4.99. I mean, this is crazy. And if you're on a family plan, all of you get it for $4.99. I mean, I don't know what Apple's doing or how they're making their money, but this is definitely good. I haven't played any of the games, and I'm going to have a definite review on Apple Arcade, but I looked at some of the games, and they look really nice, you know, so I don't know. Another cool feature is you can play the games on your Apple TV or your Mac as long as it's running Catalina. Another awesome feature is that you can use the Xbox or the PlayStation controllers. So, I mean, kudos to Apple. You know, everybody's got those. Nobody wants to go out and buy all these special controllers just to use it. But, you know, you heard us, and you knew we wanted, and you made it a little easy for us. Thank you, because I have a bunch laying around, and I don't want to be buying a whole bunch. I mean, I already had to buy different ones for my Switch. So, come on. And could we get some support for the Switch ones as well? Thank you. Number 3, Quick Path keyboard. With Quick Path, which is basically swipe or whatever, but you know, we're going to call it Quick Path, you know, copyright. You get a gesture-based keyboard. Now this keyboard allows you to swipe your finger, and you know, you can do the words or the letters, and it's faster typing. I mean, I'll actually love to do it. One thing I will tell you is I did not like my experience with any of the keyboards in iOS because, you know, I don't know, I just would be using it on one and it'd be perfectly fine on one app and it'd be perfectly fine. Then I would switch over to, like, let's say messages, and it would be disabled. I'd have to re-enable it or reuse it. It was you know, it just wasn't seamless throughout the system. And I know Apple didn't create it, so it's not going to be system wide, but still, it just was clunky and just kludgy to me. Number 4, photos. With the new Photos app, screenshots and duplicate photos are hidden to reduce clutter. There's a new Photos tab that lets you browse your photos and videos with different levels of curation, which I think is pretty cool. You can view everything in the All Photos, focus on your photos in days, months, or years. So it's really broken down. I mean, they're doing a good job with that. I mean, you can go through and, I mean, especially years, and you can just see all of the, like, the thumbnails and just choose your picture from that whole year. Nice. Other enhancements to the Photo app include On This Day for images taken in prior years, smart photo previews, auto playing, live photos and videos, and there's just a boatload more, guys. Number 5, files. Now this, like dark mode, would be one of my top ones. I mean, I don't use it all the time, but it would be one of my top ones. Files is another app that I've been talking about non-stop, people. Non-stop. I mean, you are now able to connect external drives, USB drives, SD cards, and it has SMB support to connect to servers at work or your home PC. You can use local storage for creating folders on your local drives and adding your favorite files, and you can zip and unzip right on the device. I mean, now, you know, people used to talk about Apple all the time about not having a file system and, you know, boasting Android for having one. I mean, we kind of got one now, you know. I'm really liking it. I mean, when I do my my scripts and things like that on my iPad, and I need to pull over files to put these videos together, the Files app is wonderful. Number 6, Find My App. The Find My app, as described by Apple, combines the functionality of both Find My iPhone, and Find My Friends. offering a one-stop app for finding whatever needs to be found. There's even a new feature that lets you track your device when they don't have LTE or Wi-Fi connection using Bluetooth and other nearby devices owned by other people. So I think this is also when I did my video on the new tag coming out, which it's still coming. But that's what it's really going to use. It's going to use everything. The LTE, the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, nearby devices, almost like crowd searching, kind of like. Number 7, Safari. With the new Safari, you get an updated start page with favorites, frequently visited, most recently visited websites, and Siri suggestions. You also get view options in the smart search field for quick access to text size controls, render views, and per site settings. Also, you can enable content blockers, camera, microphone, and location access for individual websites. And the best feature, I think, is the download manager. Yes, we finally can download files to the device. I've been waiting so long. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little emotional. I've been waiting so long. Number 8, sign in with Apple. Sign in with Apple allows you to easily sign in to apps and websites using Apple ID, which means you don't have to fill out forms or create any new passwords. There's also a hide my email option, which I think is really awesome, which means you never have to share your email address with any app. Much like dark mode, we expect developers to add support for sign in with Apple on everything, just everything. I would just love to just have one sign in that just took care of everything. That way I don't have to worry about passwords and people trying to, steal my passwords and 20 different passwords for 20 different sites, password managers and all this stuff. Just sign in with Apple. We do it with sign in with Facebook and sign in with Google and things like that. But can I just sign in with Apple? Number 9, Notes. With Notes, you get gallery view with your notes as visual thumbnails, helping you find the notes you need. You get shared folders to collaborate with others, giving them access to the entire folder of notes. Which, again, that's awesome. You got a whole folder full of your different notes, and you can share that with someone. And they have access to all the notes. Not just one, but all of your notes. Loving it. You get a more powerful search for visual recognition of images inside your notes and text and items you've scanned. A new checklist option to easily reorder checklist items, indent them, or move checked items to the bottom of the list automatically. I'm really liking the Notes app. I'm a simple guy. I use that for all my note taking. I know there's a bunch of different apps out there that are probably super better and go through and do all this stuff for note taking for like college students and things like that. But for me, I'm a simple man. My needs are met with the Notes app. Number 10, Messages. In Messages, you can now have an option to create a profile and a picture, and you can share that with your contacts or everyone. So if you choose to share it with all your friends, cool. If you choose to share it with everybody, that's you. Another standout feature is Animojis and Memoji stickers. And these can not only be used in Messages, but system-wide. So I'll be telling you the truth, I don't use them that much. Like I used them at first when they first came out, and you send the stickers, send them in your Messages, and they're kind of cool. You can use them as like profile pictures and things like that. But I don't use them really that much, but it's really is a cool feature when you want to play around. Number 11, Health. The Health app now has support for cycle visualization. So you can scroll through the daily log to see your period, noted symptoms, and fertile window at a glance, in the past and the future. Cycle statistics. View the date of your last menstrual period, your typical period length, your period length variation, your typical cycle length, and your cycle length variation. Fertile window notification. Receive a notification when your fertile window is approaching. You get highlights. Using data from apps and devices you can see automatically generated charts and graphics, including comparison bar charts and line graphs. Oral health. Use the new oral health data type to track your troubleshooting time. Your toothbrushing time. There's also a summary view to see all of this activity and notifications in one place. Number 12, privacy. You'll now receive notifications when an app is using your location in the background, so you can decide whether to update that app's permission. There are also new options for granting an app access to your location, like never, ask next time, while using the app, and always. Now for me, with like a weather app, then of course I'm going to use it always. I need you to always get it wherever I'm at. I need to see the weather, and that's just me. But for certain apps, I just want you using my location when I'm using the app, so I know you're not up to no dirty stuff. Number 13, reminders. The Reminders app can now create, organize, and keep track of your reminders a whole lot better. Siri now suggests reminders throughout iOS, which makes it easier to add new reminders. There's also support for attachments and smart lists. Smart lists allow you to keep track of your upcoming reminders with an interface that automatically organizes and displays them based on your schedule and flags. So, going back to the Siri suggestions, so if you put a reminder anywhere, Siri will go through. Siri's smart that way. She'll go through and find those reminders, and then when you go into your reminder app, you'll be like, oh yeah, I did put that there. You know what? You're right. Let me go ahead and add that in there. And it's just, I had to do it. I had to give you some bonus ones. There were so many that were so awesome that those were my top 13, but I had to give you some bonuses. So here we go. Performance improvements. Apps will now launch up to 2 times faster, while Face ID is up to 30% faster. Apple has also worked to make app downloads smaller in size, as well as app updates. So now you won't get that pop-up that says, oh, you got to be on Wi-Fi to download this app, or you got to be, you got to go home and connect the phone and do all this. No. If I'm on LTE and I want to download something, Apple, let me download it. Maps. There's a new look around feature that allows you to have an immersed 3D experience that gives you a 360-degree view of an area. Apple Maps also organizes your favorite locations, has improved Siri guidance, real-time transit, and flight status. And my last one is CarPlay. Now, CarPlay just got an extreme makeover with an updated look and all new features they're all mostly the ones from the Maps app. But you also get a new music interface, a calendar app, more natural Siri language, a new settings app, and support for third-party mapping apps. So I'm seeing Waze, maybe Google Maps coming up on there. Let me add one more thing. It looks awesome in the car, and I'm going to tell you, the navigation is so much easier. Like I said, I'm not trying to come for Android, but when I used Android Auto, I'm just gonna say it wasn't as I'm just gonna say it wasn't as smooth and nice as CarPlay. So I will just leave it at that. Okay, guys, now the wrap up. iOS 13 is awesome. I love all the features. The top 13 are, like I said, they're my top, and then the bonus, of course. But the whole update was great. I mean, it gave us a lot of things we needed. The dark mode, definitely files. I mean, I misspoke earlier. I do use the files all the time. Like I said, when I'm doing my videos and things like that, I really use it. I even signed up with Apple's 2 terabyte plan because I'm using iCloud and going back and forth with the local data and everything. So I just think that, you go out, update, and you'll love it. I mean, yes, there has been some reports of some bugs, but Apple being Apple, they released iOS 13, and then on the 24th, they're about to release iOS 13.1. So I'm hearing they left out a couple features purposely. So I'm going to give you a review of that as soon as that drops. Question of the day. What's your favorite feature that we went over today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Before you go, if you found value in this video and, discovered some new features in iOS, smash that like button and leave me a comment. It really helps me and the channel out. As always, this is Jason, and I'll catch you in the next one.